Chrissy, here's a text question. They said, should we add our child's name to our timeshare deed? And we've been asked that many times. You know, when somebody asks me that, my first response is, are you sure your child wants it? Because generally these timeshares, they're nothing but a liability. They're not an asset. They're a drain on your finances.
Correct.
Yeah.
We know that they are something that many clients ask us about their timeshare situation. And you're right. The very first thing that we ask, do your children even want it? So I make them do that and find that out if they don't already know the answer to that question before we proceed.
Yeah.
Then from there, okay, if your children really want it, then that's when it's talking to the timeshare company about what the options are for making that smooth transition to them. Most of the time, however, the children don't want it. Therefore, it's about, how do you get rid of it?
Yeah, exactly. Well, you get rid of it when you pass away. I mean, that's unfortunately is it.
Yeah, well, and I have to tell you, I've been dealing with some, and including one here recently, that the dad passed away 2 years ago, and the timeshare company is still giving them a hard time, the family, and trying to bully them into paying.
Unbelievable.
And we're not, but what I don't mean like $50 a month or whatever. No, I'm talking about it's $10,000 a year for one fee, and then in addition to that, there's an additional $1,500 a month.
Yeah,
it's really ridiculous.
So first of all, there are some timeshares that have value. For example, Disney timeshares. I feel certain there's value to
Correct,
those.
and they have deeds.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And so that when we talk about adding a child's name to a deed, this is for timeshares only. Do not add your child's name to the deed to your home or your rental property or your beach condo. This is the only time that we're giving you permission to add your child's name to a deed, as when it's a timeshare. So for the purposes of avoiding probate, adding your child's name to the deed to your timeshare, a good idea. But first, make sure your child understands the financial obligations that go along with it.
Correct.
And that they really want to get into that. And why else would you want to get into it other than that you use it every year and you think it's a good value for you? Whatever you pay per year to maintain that timeshare, you think is cheaper than going and just renting one like you don't own a timeshare.
Correct.